Hey guys, welcome back. So today's video is going to be about the 17 life-changing habits you can create this new year. If you enjoyed this video, please throw a thumbs up down below and do not forget to subscribe, and let's get straight into it. Number 1 is getting 8 hours of sleep. The best thing you can do when it comes to your sleep routine is to lay off that phone at night, lay off the TV, and you have to practice in your mind and tell yourself, like literally tell yourself out loud. You don't even have to say it in your head. Say, I'm gonna go to bed at 9, probably fall asleep around 9:30, and then that's it. Like, you have to tell yourself. I've been doing this for the past 2 weeks and it's been working. Finally getting 8 hours of sleep. I have more energy. I do not feel that crash towards the end of the workday. And I feel like I can get so much more done. I feel like I'm not so sluggish. Like, I would come home and take a nap for hours. So try your best for this new year to get to your 8 hours of sleep. I know it's hard if you have kids. I see my sister go through it, but she has a bedtime routine for the kids. So I tell her, why not have a bedtime routine for yourself as well? She's been getting 8 hours of sleep, such as the kids, so she feels that she has just as much energy as her kids, if not maybe a little more, because they do take naps. If you're struggling with your sleeping routine, create a sleep schedule so you can get that 8 hours of sleep a day. Speaking of routine, number 2 is to develop a consistent routine. Now, what I mean by this is, say you normally do laundry, clean the dishes, you do everything not in place, and it makes you a little confused. You don't know what to do the next day. You're all over the place. So the best thing for you is to create a decent routine, a consistent routine as well. How I've made this for myself and how to work, because when I did move in here, I felt a little bit overwhelmed with me living with myself. And I felt like, all right, I felt like everything needed to be done in one day. And I was just all over the place. I was doing laundry, and then I came back to the house, and then I made a grocery list and went there. No, I think that the best way to make a consistent routine and stick to it is to make it simpler. Now, with making your routine simpler, I am telling you to break your routine down. You do not have to accomplish 10 things a day or even 7. What I do is I do 3 main things a day. If I have to do the dishes, and then I have to go get gas for the car, and say if I need to sweep up the floors. That's the only 3 important things, and I'm gonna do today because I'm not gonna drive myself crazy. So I do have a routine in my head that I created. Every Wednesday I go and do laundry, since I do get out of work early now because I have a new work schedule, and I work on some videos editing there, and then I come back home, make dinner, things like that. So Wednesdays are my laundry days / editing. Now, as for like Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, those are my regular work days. And what I do is I always go to the gym after work. After the gym, I come home. Mondays, I sweep. Tuesdays, I mop. So as you guys could tell, I'm doing less, but it's working out. I do not feel like I'm so cramped up, and I'm consistent with this routine because it's so simple and it's not as complex as my old routine was. Make it a little bit smaller and you will feel like you're getting more done. It's weird. The less you do, the more you get done. I don't know how to even explain that in words, but just you gotta try it out for yourself. Number 3 is to create a realistic goal list. With it being the new year, I'm sure everyone has a ton of goals on their list, and people do make vision boards, and people do like New Year's resolution, which I'm not a fan of New Year's resolution, but maybe that's for a whole other video on why I'm not a fan. But I am a fan of a simpler, more realistic goal list. So the reason why I say realistic is because when you create a goal list and it says that you want to buy a house this year, buy a new car, maybe get a dog, pay off your student loan, the list keeps piling, and towards the end of the year, you probably only accomplish 4 out of like 20. So you're feeling really down. You're feeling like, all right, I have accomplished nothing in this year, but you did, because you're thinking of those other 16 goals that you didn't accomplish. How to not feel bad for yourself at the end of the new year is to create more realistic goal lists for the new year. So as for me, I only have 3 main goals for 2020. number one, and that is to get to 100,000 subscribers. Fingers crossed that we can do it. I am trying to put all my effort into videos while working a full-time job, so I'm trying. Number two is to save $20,000. And number three is to become a better listener. So not to get too long into this one, but making a realistic goal list can be a huge life-changing habit for you for the new year because you won't feel regret. A lot of people feel regret when they make goal lists because they're like, all right, I did this goal, but not this one. I should have did this one first. Why did I do this one? So even for this new year, get rid of that other goal list or dissect it and only create like 3 or 4 goals. Number 4 is my favorite, and you guys know how much I love this topic, and that is to get smart with your finances. You guys know how much I love to save money, and I'm not talking about me couponing and this and that. No, like if I don't need something, I will not purchase it. So the best thing you can do for the new year is to get smart with your finances. Sit down, all of your finances, down to what you spend on gas monthly, because that is considered a bill. I know a lot of people don't want to consider gas for your car a bill because some people think, all right, you could just get rid of your car and take public transportation. It depends on where you live. Like for me, I do live in Massachusetts, but there's not many like public transportation around. So having a car is a necessity in my area, so therefore gas is considered part of my finances. So break down your finances, try to see what you can save, what you can live without. The minute someone is smart with their finances, they're smart with other decisions. You will feel like you have your whole life together the minute you sit down and get smart with your finances. Number 5 is to take time to recharge. We all need that quality time to ourselves. So when it comes to recharging, whether it is a half-hour nap, if you really need it, set a timer on your phone, relax in your room, and just be by yourself. Take that time to relax and just recharge, because at the end of the day, we all need that time to ourselves. We need that spare time, and it's best to not use that spare time for another task. Just step back a little bit and just take the time for yourself. It's okay to be selfish once in a while. Number 6 is to walk 30 minutes a day. And need I say more, walking is super healthy for us. It gets our heart rate up, it keeps us active. And I'm not talking to go for a 30-minute run. I can't stand cardio, but I do try my best to walk at least 30 minutes to 1 hour a day. If not a day, then every other day. You do feel a sense of like you exercised, and even though you probably won't see as major results if you're going heavy on the exercising, but you are helping out your body at least 30 minutes a day without lifting weights and stuff like that. If you do not have the time to do that, then just go for a quick walk. And it also helps clear your mind. So there's like 2 benefits to it. It keeps you active, and it also helps you clear your mind and get some alone time, like I said before. Number 7 is to be present and enjoy now. We are all focused on our phones, and especially with Instagram, we are all focused on everyone else's lifestyle. We need to be in the present and enjoy what we have now, enjoy today, enjoy what you have, enjoy who you are, because there's no one else in this world like you. So instead of living for tomorrow, just try your best to live for today. Number 8 is huge, and a lot of people are probably gonna disagree with me on this one, but that's okay, I wanna say it anyways. And that is to stop watching the news. Now, I'm specifically speaking about the US news because I remember when I was a kid, it would always be on and it would always be negative things. The US news, I feel like they want to keep you sad. They want to keep you in the dark. They want to keep you feeling scared. And I just stopped watching the news all in general when I became an adult, because when you're a kid, you don't really have much of a say when your parents are the ones, you know, controlling the game. But as when you become adult, you can create your own rules to your life. So I choose not to watch the news. And you guys are probably saying, which I already get a lot of people at work that tell me, which is,
Kira, you're not watching the news. How do you know what's going on in the world? How do you know what you're gonna do when things go bad?
I do know what's going on in the world, but I do not want to hear it 24/7, and that's what the news does to you. It's repetitive. and I just don't want no part of it. I feel like they do want to like aware people, but they're doing it in the wrong way. And not to get off topic with this one, but the minute you stop watching the news all the time, now if you loved watching the news, maybe just do it 2 or 3 times a week, but watching it every day, pick up something else. Maybe again, go for a walk. Maybe pick up a little hobby, or maybe just relax in the morning, drink your coffee and think about like, all right, what am I gonna do today? Create your realistic goal list. Figure out what you're gonna buy from the grocery store. You do not need to see the news every day. I just feel like it's just too depressing. Number 9 is another one of my favorites, and that is to declutter. For the new year, try your best to declutter your house, your bedroom, your bathroom, whatever room you want to focus on. Decluttering has so many benefits. I can't even count how many benefits decluttering has. You realize how much you spent on certain items you do not need. You realize the amount of space you have without those items there. There's just so many benefits to decluttering. And also you can give back. You can give the stuff that you no longer want or have use for to someone that might have better use for it than sitting in your house filled with dust. Number 10 is the obvious, but I did want to add it to the list, and that is to drink more water. With drinking more water, if you hate the taste of water, which it doesn't have a taste, but I hear that a lot at my job, what I do for my residents is I'll add like strawberries, lemon, oranges to the water. It makes it a little bit infused without all of those chemical sugars in the regular juices. You just do it naturally. So if you are not a fan of drinking water, add some fruit in it and you will like it. Trust me, it tastes like a very light Kool-Aid, but without a lot of sugar. It tastes like refreshing more. Number 11 is to set boundaries. Now, what I mean by setting boundaries is not with your relationship, not with your friends. I'm talking about shopping, eating out. I'm talking about spending boundaries. If you are a person that goes out to eat every night or 5 times a week, maybe set a couple boundaries for yourself. Maybe say, all right, for this new year, I'm only gonna go out to eat once a week or even once a month. That is setting decent boundaries for the new year, and you're gonna save yourself some money, some time, and you'll be able to maybe pick up a new hobby. You'll be able maybe to try out some new recipes at your house instead of letting someone else cook for you at a restaurant. Same thing goes for shopping. Set some boundaries. If you already have 12 pairs of shoes and you are bored at night and you wanna go shopping on a website, set a boundary. Say, nope, I promised myself this year I will not buy another pair of shoes. Go in that shoe closet and realize how much shoes you have. So give it a try. Set some shopping and eating out boundaries for yourself. Number 12 is something that I've always been doing, and that is to turn off your notifications. I have all my notifications completely off, obviously except for text messaging. Say you are working really hard on one of your goals, or working really hard on a paper for school, and you got your phone beside you, but you're not touching it. You're just doing your school paper. Then all of a sudden you get a notification from Instagram and then a notification from Facebook. You grab your phone, check the notification, then you go into it. Half hour later, you're already liking people's pictures, you're into YouTube, you're doing so many other things, and it all started with just a notification. I feel like notifications are meant to draw you in and trap you. So try your best to turn off your notifications for this new year. You will thank yourself, and you will also get way more things done instead of spending your time on your phone. Number 13 is to read more. This is something I'm guilty of. I will be honest with you guys. I barely read. I do listen to audiobooks, and I do listen to like podcasts a lot. But when it comes to like actual reading with a book, I do not do that either. But I do want to incorporate that a little bit this year with reading maybe finance articles, things like that. And I'm not telling you guys you have to read a giant Harry Potter book or a giant novel in general. What I am telling you is that reading more is very beneficial. Actually remember things more when you read more. Reading is very, very healthy for the mind, and I've noticed this more and more because that's also what reading does. It extends your vocabulary and it makes you learn new things. So reading more for the new year is always a good thing. Number 14 is to learn to love yourself. This is easy said than done. I totally get it, you guys. I know this is a very touchy subject. I don't want to get too into it, but I want to say that you are the person you are for a reason. You like certain things for a reason. You look a certain way for a reason. I feel like we are so into Instagram and so into like celebrities and trying to look perfect or get that perfect photo, and our true identity tends to fade. And obviously it's not just about appearance, it's about all the decisions we make and things like that. So learning to love yourself, and I'm simplifying this, you guys, because this topic could be really huge, but learning to love yourself could probably be the biggest goal you could ever have in your lifetime, not just for this year. Number 15 is to surround yourself with like-minded people. This is something I've struggled with my entire life still till this day. Now, what I mean by this, and I'm not trying to come off judgy or anything like that, you guys, so please hold your comments. What I mean by surrounding yourself with like-minded people is to surround yourself with positive people. People that think like you and that agree with, you know, certain things you're saying. Not everything. I know we're all different, like I said. But if you are that one person in a group, or that person to, all right, I want to save, I want to do this goal first, and then we'll do this one. And it's, you know, you're about your finances, you're about the minimalist lifestyle, you're doing your thing. While your friends are the ones that always call you to go out, they're always talking about going shopping, they're always broke, and you always feel like no one ever listens to your conversation because they just don't get you or your lifestyle. That's what I mean by hanging out with like-minded people. If you were to hang out with like-minded people like yourself, you know, wanted to create a business or getting into finances, you won't feel like people are ignoring you, and you won't feel like an outsider. So surrounding yourself with like-minded people, it will benefit you, and you will not feel like your day is so blah because nobody wants to hear what you have to say or nobody gets you. I'm still working on this as well. So again, this is a habit that's probably going to take a little bit longer. Number 16 is to master the art of listening to people. We tend to hear people, but we're not listening to them. I'm guilty of this as well, to the point like I am a little hard-headed sometimes. I am a little set in my ways, and my boyfriend does know this, because there's times where I'm hearing him but I'm not listening to him. Whether it is certain decisions I make with my finances or just certain decisions altogether, he's not trying to tell me what to do or anything like that. He's just looking out for me, and he's telling me his experience because he is a little bit older than me. So I do want to become a better listener, just like you guys should as well for the new year. So if you could master the art of listening to people instead of hearing them, then you're golden, because you never know what you could actually learn from listening. And number 17, I put it last on the list because it is something that we all need to do, all of us, and that is a social media detox. Just delete Instagram, delete Facebook, delete all of them. Get rid of all that for a month or even a week, and just see how much you can accomplish without all of that noise. That's what those apps are. They're all noise. A downside to social media where it becomes addicting. Go on a social media detox for the new year. I feel like you'll have more time to yourself, you'll get more things done, and you will not be a slave to your phone. So there you guys have it. Those are the 17 life-changing habits you should pick up this year. You do not have to pick up all of them, just pick up maybe 3 or 4 out of the list. But I gave you 17 to give you guys an idea of what to work with for the new year. If you do decide to pick up one of these habits for the new year, which one would it be? I would love to know what number you guys are willing to work on this year. So on that note, you guys, I will catch you in the next video. Bye.